honey. Yes, bring it back for the good old days, honey. Honey, we gonna see
Oh
what's going on with Rika. We gonna see if we can call that girlfriend and get the 411.
God. Listen, when he said 10 years, I said,
Right, and then you only been single for 6 months. I mean, to each their own. I don't advocate for nobody staying somewhere where you're not happy. Number one,
true, true.
but 10 years and you
10 years
only
is
been
a long time.
yeah. And so you
That's
mean
not
to
her.
tell me ain't no connection, ain't no conversation, and all that?
Yeah.
It's screaming red flag.
Yeah. I don't know if it was him or her,
Right.
but there's
But
something
honey, I
going on.
hope he spin the block and coming back over here. That's what I hope he do.
Listen,
See, this what I live for, honey. Listen, cause I be having to know, and do y'all be thinking like I'm thinking, or do y'all be like this girl's crazy?
no, no, I laugh every time you be engaging with these people. I said, now why is your time over there engaging with this craziness?
Girl,
I
I
literally
think it's
laughed the whole time.
because like I have a psychology degree. Like I got a bachelor's in
Ah,
psychology.
okay,
So sis,
okay,
I always gotta be knowing like
yeah,
I'm a solution based type of person. One
yeah,
plus
okay,
one always gotta equal two to me. And when the math don't be math, then you gotta make it make sense.
yeah, true, true. I
You
just
gotta make it make sense.
listen. I laugh every single time because I'll be like,
And see, I need somebody to hold me accountable. Like I promise you, I be having nothing but pure and good intentions.
no, and I know you do. I just don't know about them. Like I
I,
never
I
can tell.
I be a little too hard on them.
No, they just. I feel like sometimes they be doing too much. Like
Yes,
you
yes,
know what?
yes, 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 yes. Absolutely, absolutely.
And
Yes, I agree with you
I don't
on
like.
that standpoint. But I be here for it. Now, certain things like when they get on here talking about turnaround and all that, honey, this is not that. This is not that. Coming from Moscow and all that other stuff. Listen, I don't care where you come from, but come and act like you got some sense now.
Please, please.
Okay, now I don't know how. This is my first time. Okay, now no, this is my second time going live with somebody. So I guess somebody will have to comment to make sure that we can see the comments and stuff like that. Girl, we got good connection though. Did
Okay.
you find out who got that Hulu account? If that brother had that Hulu account?
My brother do.
Okay, okay, okay.
For it. But if he stop
Reset
paying the
starts
bill,
at like 7:30. Yeah, so I think that her mom said for me to be at her house at 6 something. So we're gonna drive there and then how was school? There was so many fights that month. It was like 5. Why was the people fighting? Hi y'all, thank you for joining the live. Your hair look cute. You got time to get in the shower, honey, because you see your mom, honey.
it's been a lot going on in schools today.
That's what she just said. She said it was like 5 fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did get you a bowl. You might got heated up. Do not put the aluminum foil in the microwave. I think I raised y'all to know that, but you just never know. Some things you got. Hi from Germany. Where Rico at? Rico ain't get the notification yet. Hi y'all. Make sure y'all are double tapping the screen. We just had somebody on in my comments. His name was Rico. I don't even remember Rico last name.
I think it was King.
Rico King.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
need Rick. Yo, we need y'all to go out there and get Rico. Call him to the front of the congregation, okay? We are twins. That's my good sis.
I
Yes.
listen.
I'm the big sis. Selena, look at you with your shirt. It was Selena's shirt.
Listen. You know how many shirts I got like this?
Period.
You
Breaking
don't
news.
want to know.
Oh my goodness. Hey West Cruz. I felt like you've been on my live before.
Oh, I knew it was an earthquake earlier out there. I know it was still going on.
Well, you know, sometimes that ricochet, honey, like the little remnants be coming into effect. I didn't even know that.
And it was a school shooting at a high school in Florida. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
yeah. And then I think something was going
I
on at
don't know.
Texas. I was like,
It's too much, honey. That's what I got to do this weekend. I got to see. I got to look into really homeschooling. Like, I'm on the fence when it comes to that, but I've been seeing that come up a lot.
listen.
Hi.
Wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah, it's crazy. And listen, we've dealt with things like growing up in our times too.
Yeah.
But I think it hits different when you are the parent. Hi from Scotland. Thank you for joining the live. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. I was getting ready. I was having like a little get ready with me. I'm actually getting ready to hold on. I have my phone charging too. I'm going to be going out with my daughter, her friend, and her friend's mom. Okay, hold on. I gotta lay y'all down because, honey, I was ready at the top, but not at the bottom. Where Rico at? Did y'all find Rico? I need y'all to do y'all big one and find Rico King and tell him to come back on my live because we had some interesting questions that we wanted to ask him.
I don't see anybody.
You don't see the comments on there?
No, I see the comments, but I don't see him.
Oh, okay. Woo! I done already started sweating my perm out.
Listen, I had to go out because I had to go to the dentist, and then I had to go get an admissions test.
Oh, sis. So how come in my county we don't have to go through admissions? Beyonce is one of the best performers, period. And guess who? I am too. I can perform my behind off too. Yes.
I don't know if it's Bolton County, but my car is only a 21.
And you had to go through admissions? Wow. And I got a 2020. I didn't have to do that. Like here, they said that's why they said you can get a hoopty, a koopty, whatever, and have it down in my county.
So okay, so it must be by county. Okay.
Yeah. Because I thought that it had something to do with hi Marv. I thought that it had something to do with the year and the make of the car too. It really, I think it's a combination of some things. Oh, they said, "Hey, Selena, honey." They ain't talking to me.
Oh, hey.
Selena, who more, honey?
Listen, listen. If the person ain't in this house, I don't. I'm not gonna
What you say, sis? If they ain't in the house.
listen. Listen.
All right. Whew. When I tell you, it be the fact that you gotta be cleaning out stuff. The cleanup be causing more of a mess around here.
Same, same.
I'm
Listen.
glad I'm not alone.
No.
I'm
And see,
glad I'm not alone.
if I don't put it back, it
You
ain't gonna
don't know where it's at.
for like 3 weeks. So I
Yes.
put it back right away.
That's my good sis. That's my good sis. We okay, so a little story time. We actually met on social media. So we're not biological sisters or anything like that. But
We
when Selena
did.
yes, when Selena's rocking, I'm rolling. And we have not met in person yet. And we live in the same state. So that's
Oh.
on the to-do list this year.
It is because I got jury duty in October, but I plan on taking that as a full day because I don't plan on getting called.
Hey, who's yes.
Because I got called last year.
Thank you. God bless you too. Yes, we connected right on. And was I even here in Georgia when we connected, Selena, or was I still in Delaware?
You just you just moved.
Okay, yeah. That's not. And Selena, I've been telling people it'll be 5 years. Girl, still only 4.
It's been 4 years already.
I've been saying 5.
What
I
year?
came in 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
You are a frog. That's your pronoun. See,
Can we talk about that? Because listen,
we can talk about whatever you want to talk about, Selena. You know I'm an open book, honey.
because I don't get it. Like, you want to be a woman, you don't want to identify as a woman. But the only way to be a woman is to have a menstrual cycle. Not the only way, but you get what I'm saying.
Yes, yes.
So make it make sense. I don't.
What we here for?
That's what I'm saying.
Now, do you think everybody has that thought process, like wanting certain things that? Uh, yeah, because Marv, let's ask Marv. Marv, what makes you call yourself a frog? You be hopping from one person to the next person, or you mean like, what is it giving?
Like, you identify.
Right.
That's not a ghost behind me. Listen, not today.
Selena, listen, when I'm on here with my cousin, when my cousin go live, this is like my blood cousin. She's my cousin on my mom's side and on my dad's side.
Yeah,
I'll fill you all in. But when I tell you, she be like, oh, I just put people in timeout. They don't bother me. Honey, I protect my peace at all costs. You're getting blocked. I don't do no timeout.
yeah, because I don't get it. Like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah. Now that was I could let you slide. DJ K, hi. Welcome back to the live. I could let people slide until they start saying inappropriate things.
like crazy stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna let you slide because honey, my sister ain't offended by saying that.
No. Mm-mm.
What was the question I would love to answer? So we were talking to somebody that said that I was his wife. He was manifesting that I was gonna be his wife. And he asked me, that's what he said. I said, you gotta go ahead with the manifestation. That's
Oh,
what I
I
told.
say that.
Yes. I said, honey, you better go ahead because one thing about me, I do the same thing. I put it out there and let God do his work. But he didn't tell me that. He didn't tell me that my husband was on social media. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe he heard something that I didn't hear. But what stood out to me was, yes, I remember you. Yes, I definitely, my memory ain't that bad yet. But he basically was saying that he asked me what I was looking for in a man. And I basically told him I don't like to disclose that information.
Yeah.
Because when you put that out there, then I feel like when you come across people, you just never know who sees your content and all that. And I'd rather people come to me without the representative, meaning come to me as you are. However, and you don't got to I'm such a likable person. Either you're going to genuinely connect with people or you're not. Even when you get in a relationship with somebody, you are going to have trials and tribulations. There's going to be good times and bad times. So come to me with who you are and who you are exactly supposed to be. Exactly. And also opening up so much might be used. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what I was telling him. And he was I asked him, I said, well, how old are you? And um he said 33. Now I'll be 40 in December. And I said, when was your last relationship? And he said 6 months ago. And I said, well, how long were you all together? He said 10 years. Now listen, my young days, back in the day, okay? I was the type of person, and we talking about growth here, so I could be fully transparent. Um, 40 is over. Well, hey, that's okay. There
Oh,
go Rico King. There go Rico. Rico, we was on here giving people the backstory. I told them to go looking for you to bring you back over here. So Rico, okay. That's what the man was trying to tell me in a car dealership that was trying to talk to me, sis. He was like, how much longer do you think that if you meet a man that he got to perform? I'm not looking for somebody to be performing. Like me back in the old days, I would have already been entertaining somebody before I got out of the situation, young and mature. Now I'm like, I've been single for 4 years. And part of the reason why I'm single now is because of my own doing. I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm still working on myself. I don't go out the house to meet nobody. I don't put myself in environments to meet anybody.
yeah.
I definitely don't feel like my husband is on Facebook, on Instagram, da 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 da. So he was like, how much long? He said, when a person is attracted to you, how much longer do you think you got before you start wrinkling and all that? And I'm like, that's my point exactly. So when people approach me behind the scenes, I'm like, I might be Dahmer's sister at the end of the day. I might be crazy. So what is it about me that is making you attracted outside of my physical beauty? Like I'm more of a type of person that Selena, like, sis, I had this friend, something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something more organic than somebody just being physically attracted to me. Now I ain't crazy. I don't check the phones. If I get to that point, if I find that you being sneaky,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna cut you loose because I don't have that kind of time and energy.
No. Now the old me, oh yeah, I'm checking phones. I'm
It's
checking.
just I never did that.
I used to. I ain't gonna hold you.
And see, you gotta. I never did that. Like to me, I have an older brother, and I used to think like I'm gonna get you before you get me. You
Yeah.
get
Oh,
what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
used to act like things didn't bother me. And I always felt like your greatest lesson is going to be in the missing of my presence. You get what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to sit up there and do all that. I'm just going to remove myself from the situation.
Yeah. True.
I don't need no dog. I got three daughters, 15, 11, and 5. Okay, I don't care about no wrinkles. I love me a older woman, to be honest. Okay, so Rico, and this is no judgment. Like I always tell people, I have a background in psychology, so I always like to know people, like their
Hmm.
thought process and stuff like that. So for you to have been in a relationship with a woman for 10 years, were y'all married? Let me start there before I assume. Were y'all married? Was it just a long-term relationship? Because what's your thought process, Selena? Somebody that was in a 10-year relationship and has been broken up with the person, do you feel like there is a waiting period in which a person has to remain single before jumping into another relationship?
For me, yes, because I'm trying to heal. I need time, but
Mm-hmm.
a long time. 10 years is the length of time where maybe we would need to talk about some stuff, like what's wrong. Is it too much of an everyday thing? Like, are we bored? Is that what it is? Because 10 years is a long time. 10 years is a long time for me to have wasted. Listen, because that's essentially what just happened.
And let me tell you this, being a woman and have had long-term relationships, absolutely fine guy. Absolutely. My whole thought process too is, do y'all still keep in contact? Because a lot of times when you are in those long-term relationships, whether you left a shoestring over there 6 months ago, you find some reason to contact that person. Are y'all still in contact? Like, what was it something that you feel as though you can't resolve? Like, what caused the breakup?
See, for me, I when I'm done, I'm done. Like, we don't have to talk no more. Like, number one, we don't have kids together, so we really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't no harm, but I ain't got nothing to say to you. Like, what we got to say? I'm mad,
Yeah.
wasting my time.
Yeah.
This wasn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine 10 years. I've already wasted 5 years of my life. Oh, they got kids. Okay.
And see, that's my other question. Again, no judgment. I find that, especially like having a lot of male friends,
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people be into the concept of a family, but not the commitment of a family.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why had what would what was the put me in a car with you, Rico King? Put me in a car with you, and like what was your non-negotiables that made you sit up there and say, after 10 years, after kids, I don't want this no more.
But see, you know what? I look at my parents. My parents were never married, but they didn't put up with the nonsense. They was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do this no more." You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I grew up seeing. I didn't grow up, oh, we gonna stay together for the kids. I didn't grow up seeing that.
Yeah, me either.
My mama and my daddy was like, "This ain't it. Bye."
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I hear men say that. I'm like, but why? I didn't grow up seeing that. So I can't
Right.
put myself in that mindset. My ex
Right.
stayed with his daughter's mother 20 years. They wasn't even married. Listen, friend, that should have been my first red flag.
Hold on. Right.
That
Right.
first red flag.
That's
It
what
it should have been. Yep. Mm-hmm. It should have.
That's what I was going to ask you. So when you got with him, were you under the impression that y'all were working towards a marriage? Like,
But see, we broke up because I'm the type of person, you'll know when I'm done. You'll know. We would go days without talking. Mind you, we lived in two different states. Days without talking. We wasn't sleeping together. Like, we was just passing by each other. Like, if I was up there or he was down here, it wasn't. I was over it. He,
mm,
but I was over it. But I'm the type of person, I can't walk away. It's something up here that won't let me walk away. So the only way this is going to end is if you do it, and that's what happened. And ever since then, I was like, I'm good. Was I
And
sad?
sis, I feel like,
Oh, we've talked about him before. We've
but
talked about.
hold on, I never knew that this was a long distance relationship.
Yeah, he in Jersey. Yeah.
Sis,
Yes.
hold on, tell me your theory, Mazen. Tell me your theory, and yeah, tell me your theory. But sis, that makes sense too. When you were just talking about you had to make a decision with your,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so you rather not be the, and it ain't even no villain. Like I feel like we have options and choices in the world, and sis, I want to call Jersey now because don't play in my sis face. And how long was y'all together?
5 years.
And what was the? It was gonna remain that long. Like what was the? What?
I was gonna move up there. I was gonna move up there, but I didn't want to move into another woman's house.
Oh, that's deep,
Having
Madison.
a relationship with your ex is harder than having a toxic.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why. Because I grew up like Selena said. My mom and dad were married. However, I was so young when they got divorced. I don't even recall them. I think they said that they got divorced like when I was 2 years old. I
Oh.
feel like we both not okay. I'm gonna read your thing, but I'm a type of person I can't do two things at once. So I gotta get my thoughts out. My mom was the type of person, like my mom and dad both. I don't even recall there being a time to where I even seen them in the same room with each other, except for at my brother's baby shower. Now we good and grown. I'm throwing my brother's baby shower. They were not mature enough to even coexist in the same room with each other.
Yeah. The true definition of I'm good.
Yes.
Good.
So with that being said, it's like I always had that thing. Like if we don't work out, we still family.
Yes. Yeah.
Especially like, and when I say that, I mean more so with like my kid's father or whatever. We're
Mhm.
still family. Like I don't have no issue. I don't. I hate to say this, but I am the most unproblematic person. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, I know that I was not fully perfect, and I could take accountability. I said this several times before. I was not right in my thought process. I was taught like based off of what I seen, I'm dipping. I ain't gonna argue with you. I don't want to
Mhm.
expose my kids to all that
Mhm.
stuff. But now that I'm in my word and I have the relationship that I have with God, I have a better understanding because anybody that loves God, he tells you right off the bat that there's gonna be trials and tribulations.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't nobody free from that. You get what I'm saying? And it's the same thing in a relationship. However, when I got pregnant, like my me as a person, I changed. I became like a tunnel vision person. I became oh, I'm working all this overtime. I want to take my kids here. I want to take my kids there. And just from me being observant, having other friends that kind of went down the same cycle, it was
Mhm.
like we all changed as women once we became moms.
Yeah.
And our significant others remain the same. And if you think about it, guys are cool, laid back, low maintenance, and all that. You get what I'm saying? So what I couldn't identify at the time was, oh, he ain't doing nothing. I'm the one getting up and all this other stuff. What
Yeah.
I might have been going through postpartum, I know that I probably didn't respond correctly. I know that I wasn't, we felt distant. You get what I'm saying? Like we were no longer spending time. And now I have a whole nother outlook on things. Now my outlook is your kids are only little, but for so long.
True.
Once your kids, even when they reach 18, even though you're still actively and involved in their life and stuff like that, you and your partner still, if you look at life expectancy, got another 30, 40, 50 years that y'all can rekindle all that. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I don't like the fact that I detached the way that I did. You get what I'm saying? But I also know that I wasn't spiritually matured like I am now.
Mhm.
Um,
And
and
you
that's
wasn't
how I
grown.
identify.
You wasn't grown.
Yeah.
You know, like
Because cheating is not everybody's non-negotiable, which is why I asked Rico, like, what was the cause of like the breakup, like how they got out of that situation, because that's not always everybody's case. And I used to be told, oh, your mouth too slick and da 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 da. And but if you think about it, a lot of like people that grew up with grandparents that I don't know what happened, but it just kicked me off. And YouTube keeps trying to get that premium membership. So as soon as I log back on, it was talking about that premium membership. I'm not paying, damn it. I'm not paying for it. Rico wrote the explanation of club. Okay, let me see what Rico said. I'm sorry, Rico. I feel like we both was not ready and we had to grow. I stopped the street life to be able to give her my all, and I did not like how she moved around and go do she want. Okay.
Mm.
So that like pretty much, and I like that. I like that answer because sometimes we change, and when we change, it leads us to go in different directions. You
And
get what I'm saying? And it's only but so much you can do. Now, if she comes back around or comes to her senses or whatever, Rico, is this something that you could rekindle? Because I still feel like 6 months to a 10-year relationship is still too new. You still got to deal with this person. Like there's still a lot of immaturity that, like you could sit up there and be as strong as a bull and be like, oh, she move on, I'm not gonna feel no type of way. But a lot of times that pride and ego will be that determining factor. Oh, now Denzel over there with your kids. You get what I'm saying? Like,
but see, I don't know. I would hope she ain't introducing nobody to their kids so soon.
but see, people are spiteful. Now that's my whole thing.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing. Like I'm not in a rush to look for anybody. I'm not in a rush to date. And one of my friends opened up my eyes to myself and was like, "Well, gee, you feel like that now because a lot of your time is spent raising your girls, but they not gonna always need you. They gonna get to the point to where they move out, they get older and stuff like that." And I
Yeah.
was like, I never thought of that. But again, when people be like, oh, well, you going to date, you going to do this, I don't feel like what the Bible say, he who finds a wife. I'm not out here looking. Now, call me naive, call me all of that. I don't feel like I'm going to find my husband by me actively out there looking for him. Sometimes I wish I hated my ex, but there's nothing to hate. I just try to live with happy memories. And that's a mature thing.
Yeah.
Because the reality of it is some things just don't work out.
Mm-hmm.
And what didn't work out for you still worked out for you.
Mm-hmm.
She knows not to have it. But see, that's what I'm saying. How long? How long? Is she not to have nobody? Now, for me, like I said before, I'm not interested. Like, even my ex, he didn't meet my daughter right away, and he was a family friend. He was a family friend. This was somebody that my brother was best friends with. He didn't meet my daughter. Why? Because I'm not into, I have daughters. So
True.
it's very important to me to give them a different image than what I seen growing up.
Mm-hmm. Same. Same. Because my people
So
didn't have a problem with.
yeah. Yes. And I'm also the type of person, like I sat up there and I prayed. I was like, God, I don't want to be the reason somebody needs therapy.
Yeah. Same.
So help me to like work on my tongue. Like one of the things that I feel like we take for granted as women is the power of our mouths and the power of our silence. Because, honey, I'm also born in December. I'm a Sagittarius. And if you know anything about Sagittarius, like they always say, like we have a reputation of being blunt, speaking our mind and stuff like that. I have very good intentions. I don't have the mental capacity to be trying to find a nicer way to smooth things over with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not my personality. I mean well, I mean well. What I'm saying is probably going to help you develop later on in life. My delivery might just be a little rough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm like that with my kids. And I mean well. I just don't know how to sugarcoat certain things. She knows not. Okay, so no matter what the reason, children's protection should always be. And I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing that I know about myself. Like, I think that if I was living in Delaware, I would probably be dating. And this is what I was telling the guy too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm in my comfort area.
Oh.
Georgia is still new to me. You get what I'm saying? Like
Same.
Delaware is only but so big, honey. You can go from one end of the Delaware to the other side, and it's so small that everybody knows each other. You get what I'm saying? So
Oh,
had I been in Delaware, I might, but I work from home. Everything is in my own little bubble. So unless my husband the mailman, I don't really have too many opportunities that I put myself out there to meet somebody.
same, same. And I've been down here 10 years, and I still feel like it's new. I do. I honestly and truly.
So how did you meet New Jersey?
We worked together. We was in a new hire training class up in Kennesaw. He had to come down, and I had to go into the office. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Friend,
you had you a coworker,
friend. But technically, we wasn't in the same office, so it made it okay. But
okay.
dealing with a lady in his office,
You said he was dealing with a lady.
that was my face. Mm-hmm. 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 So when I left that job, it was like on my birthday, like 2019, I think. I got a FaceTime call through Instagram. I didn't know who this was, so I answered it, and she was like, "Hey, Selena." I was like, "Hey," had no idea who this woman was. She was like, "It's such and such." Okay. She was like, "From from work." I was calling you to tell you, and they have been in a relationship for like 5 years,
Uh-uh.
mind you. He was with the other lady 20, so it overlapped at one point.
And sis, you ain't have a red flag like
Friend, I don't know what I was thinking. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't even know. I don't know. I no. I know what it was.
what did he hit you with? What was the line?
I
What was his
I did
pickup line?
in my mind. I was like, oh, I'm not her.
Okay.
Yes. Uh huh.
Okay. See,
Yes.
sometimes we, and I'm gonna say we because I'm a woman. Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes we be like we the ones that could change him.
Yes.
We can change. We can change him, honey. I'm gonna be. I don't care what him and Cheryl did, honey. But that's my man.
Also, I got a little cocky because
Okay. Okay.
so that tells you about him.
Hold on. He was biracial.
No, she was,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
and his baby mom is.
Hold on, sis. Now I could be wrong. This. Thank you, Rico said, "Honey, you had a coworker, bae."
Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. That
And
turned.
see, that's another thing. I could never find myself dating somebody at the job.
I'll never do that again. I'll never do that again. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. The
What's
good.
interesting to me is like what stands out for a person. Now, of course, your requirements and the things that you want in a person will change as you mature and stuff like that. Um, but I don't know. I think that it's the fact that I can see through a lot of things when it
Mm,
comes to people, and I'm often given that role of like a big sister. Like the guy was telling me today, he said, "You got to make yourself available." And I'm like, "No, the hell I don't. Not behind no screen. Not behind no screen." He was like, "Yeah, but even your demeanor." He was like, "If you out and about and somebody just says hi, like you give off that energy like," I said, "No, I don't. I'm giving that off to you because every time I come in here,
yeah,
you in my face."
yeah. And he knew that. That's why he said that.
Yeah, I'm not buying no car. I'm
Yeah,
not buying no car.
he knew
And
that.
that's just plain and simple, honey. You not I'm not buying no car. And even the guy that checked me out, that rang me out, he was like, "I'm sorry that he did that or whatever." He said he does that all the time. He said, "I even brought my dad's car in to get serviced." And he called thinking that he was going to get my dad. And he got me. And he was like, he told the guy, he said, "The frog is back. Welcome back, frog." He said that the guy was like, "What would you do to how could I get you to trade in your car or whatever?" And the guy was like, "Give me 62,000." And the guy was like, "Well, it's only saying that it's worth 42." He said, "Yeah, but the car that I want to get by giving you this one is more money. So I need money." He said he ain't never called back. And that's what I told him.
Good.
Like, Selena, that was a question for you, honey.
Friend.
Selena, who is Marv? Marv, how do you know my good sis Selena?
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out, like, don't listen. I don't go too many
Is Mark
places.
New Jersey? Is Mark from New Jersey?
Listen, I ain't talked to that man since January.
And how long y'all been broken up, Selena?
Since January.
Okay, so it's still a recent breakup. Now, how often did y'all see each other, Selena?
At one point, it was every month I was going up there. Like during the pandemic, every month. He'd have come down here occasionally, but that's why I'll never date another man with kids, because he had a daughter that was in high school, and he had to be there for her, even though she was at her mom's house for the week. It was too much. I'll never do kids. Just no. But yeah,
Now, whatever, the kids is grown.
his kids was grown.
I just think that he wasn't the one, Selena.
No, I don't think he was, but it lasted too long for it not to be. You get what I'm saying? Like, I met too many
Selena.
family members. I don't like, in my head, I was
But
like,
see,
God,
they be all in cahoots with each other.
yeah,
Oftentimes
yeah,
they be all, mind you, now I ain't trying to throw nobody that I know under the bus, but a lot of times they be in cahoots with each other.
well,
They ain't
yeah.
gonna sit up there and throw you under the bus because they want you to settle down too. But to give somebody 20 years, then you dating somebody at the job, then you meet and connect with me, like, do you have mommy issues? Like, what is going on?
For him, he may have, but I don't, because when I would go around his family, they would say, "Oh, I'm so glad you're black." Listen, when his aunt said that, I was like, "Thank you,
So
girl."
you got a history. Yeah, like you got a history of dating. Okay. Yeah. Rico, I would date somebody younger, but they would have to be at a certain place in their life. And I say that to say, I'm not having no more kids. I had health problems, health issues, and stuff like that. So for me, a person would already have had to either not want kids, already have had kids, and stuff like that for me to even entertain you, because I can't change what has been done in my life or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, I got my tubes tied, I got a hysterectomy. Unless God himself come down and put a child in my womb, honey, it ain't happening. And I believe in being transparent. Like, unfortunately, we live in a day and age to where that's what you have to say. Like, that if I were to meet somebody, the first question I'm asking is, do you want kids? Because, honey, if you want kids, I can't give you that. Yeah. And my kids have dads that are active and involved in their life. I'm not going to take that from them either. So I don't need no stepdaddy. Like, if I were to meet somebody, you literally here to get to know me. Now, my kids would be in the mix and in the presence if we got that far. But I like old but good, gold but not more. Okay, Marv, you give me a freestyler. Like, I understand, Queen, but I do want a son. Yeah, and see, that ain't guaranteed. You must gotta have money to even be able to go into the hospital and be like, this baby, I need to be guaranteed that this is a boy. Yeah. Because I know because you have a son, just because you have a Rico Jr. don't mean that it ain't gonna be a Rashida living in the world that we live in later on down the line. You get what I'm saying? So there we go right there. You already said that I was your wife. And with that being said, Rico, I'm already eliminated. Because you want something that I cannot give to you.
Yeah, I don't kids ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've come to terms because my ex claims he didn't want no more kids. His kids is 25 and 19. I get it.
How old was Jersey
Bay? 41 this year, I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, 41.
Now, do you have a max? Like a age that you will
45. 45.
Okay.
45 is my cutoff because at least we can still. I wouldn't be. What's the word I'm looking for? Like you're older than me, but not that much.
Right.
I can do 10 years. 10 years is fine with me.
Okay.
10 years is fine. Because
And what's
after
so
that, we don't have much in common.
now? I could do older, and I'm not a physical person. Like I'm not basing that off of looks.
Yeah,
My dad will be 62 next week. So in my mind, as if you look older than my dad, I can't do
yeah, same,
it.
same.
If you look older than my dad, I ain't gonna be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Your talk is gold. Now, I never thought about this because again, I don't want to be the reason somebody has to have therapy. I never thought about dating somebody younger, but I feel like I'm at a mature age to where if I even meet somebody like a year or two younger, um, they will hopefully be mature. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because they
mhm.
always say that men mature a lot slower than women or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So that would be my only reservation. Both of you can holler at me if you're into white men. Honey, I don't have no discrimination. NWL. We appreciate that now, honey. You would have to make a choice because we ain't tussling over no men now.
You know, I've heard. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I got some friends that done crossed over. When I tell
Selena, your
you,
choice of words is taking me out,
when
sis.
I tell you, they look stress free.
Yeah,
Like they don't.
because honey, like it what they say, once you go black, you'll never go back.
Yeah, yeah.
What they say about y'all? Because honey, I only know what they say about us, NWO. So what they say about y'all?
Because I've never dated a white man
Yeah, me either.
or any other man besides a black man.
Okay, Marv says the complexity of women. And that's what I'm saying. Like I'm a girl's girl, but at the end of the day, I am not afraid to sit up there and tell my girls like you tripping. You're
Mm-hmm.
wasting your time. Like hold them
Mm-hmm.
accountable just like I will hope that I'm amongst women that can hold me accountable. You
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
want to know what they say about y'all, NWL. Make sure that if you have been on this live, that you are subscribing to the channel, you are liking this live, because it helps us to know what y'all like to talk about. And let me just say, I actually prefer going live than doing
Mm-hmm.
videos and stuff like that because I don't have to do any editing. I like to get to know y'all. Some of y'all have come back time and time, so I appreciate y'all for that. I love you.
And see, I never get updates when you go live.
I see, I'm gonna have to call YouTube. They just booted me off, so I need to make a call to them anyway. Like, what y'all trying to do? Because what
Because
y'all over
I
there being
set my
messy for?
what is
Yes.
notifications, but I don't get unless I have to have the app open. Maybe that's what it is.
Sis, I
But
don't
that
know
don't make
because,
sense.
because sometimes I get notifications from my cousin and sometimes I don't. Thank you, Marv. I appreciate it. Yeah, I like conversations like this because you get a
Yeah.
female's perspective and you get a male's perspective.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I could tell right off the bat, like after a couple questions, I feel like I don't know if Rico then prepared or like studied or whatever, but I still got hope for that relationship. Everybody
You
mature.
know, I do too, only because 10 years is a long time, and
10
you
years is a
really
long time.
they was young
Yeah. And Rico, if you are still on here, how old are your kids? If you don't mind me asking.
because what he said he was 32,
33.
so they was 23 when they got together. That's a long time.
That's a long time. And
That's
then
a long.
how was that relationship? Because I'll be honest, I have now Rico, you said that we can adopt. I'm actually going through the adoption process for my youngest. So I'm not opposed to that either. However,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm getting up there in the age to where my youngest is 5 now. Um and I'm ready to speed up the process to get them on standing solid foundation. I'm ready to get
Mhm.
back to living my life. You sacrificed a lot. Um,
I
and
could.
I'm
Ooh, I
not
can
complaining.
imagine.
I'm not complaining by no means, but when you are doing stuff all on your own and stuff like that, like, do you like a guy with a beard, red, I don't know if you're saying is that a red flag. I don't mind a man with a beard. Yeah, I don't mind as long as it's
Hold on,
groomed. It ain't got
but
BDBs
we
and
talk
buckshot. Like
what kind of beard? Because them struggle beards.
that's what I'm saying. It might be time to let it go. Yeah, both of you are very. Thank you,
Oh, thank
Shane. Since they didn't ask us, was we bro? Was we twins? That is my good sis.
Listen, I am a longtime supporter.
Yeah, and I love you for that. We talk outside of here. That's what I'm saying. Like we connected through social media and 813. I mean 8, 10, and 13. Okay, so and how was the dynamics? Like if you feel as though you don't want nobody around your kids, is she like that too? Because at some point in time, honey, we going to have cousin Pete and them at the cookout.
What
It's
you know what? She might be the same way.
yeah,
She
and you
might be the same.
and that's because that's all y'all know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that.
That's all y'all know. Y'all only know each other. Y'all were young and all that, and for that reason alone, y'all might as well get back together.
Yeah.
Cause you can't dictate what she gonna do. This is what I had to say for myself. I take full accountability for the things that and the decisions that I made in my life, and I hope that my kid's father have enough common sense to not just be selling for somebody because they don't want to be alone. I hope that they have enough sense to know that I have daughters. You get what I'm saying? I have to be mindful of who I'm selecting. I have to be mindful of who I'm bringing in their presence. So, with that being said, you just gotta have trust and faith.
Yeah.
I had the same talk with my sister. Like, unfortunately, you gotta talk about planning for the unexpected. And my sister was like, God forbid anything ever happened to you, I'm getting my nieces. And I had to tell her outright, nah, you ain't gonna be able to do that. I don't want my family fighting their dads. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
because their dads would never prevent my family from being in my kids' life. Like when they go up to Delaware and all that, they take them over there to go see my dad, my sister, and all that. So I'm like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, when I tell you we family, we family. You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
So for me and like my oldest, her dad, he done been in 4 relationships since we done broke up. And they always be having a problem with me. Like he with a girl now, and I met her. I think we went to school together. She might be a year or two. Girl, they want some of the food, honey. What did you eating, sis?
Girl dinner. Buttered noodles with parmesan and vegetables.
Period. Girl dinner. But yeah, so he's with a girl now, and when he came down here, now me and him ain't been together. My daughter is 15, and it's been that long. So he brought her back home, and the girlfriend was sitting in the car. I said, "Tell her she can come in," because he likes to talk.
Oh.
And I'm like, "Why you got her sitting in the car? Like I'm not that type of person." He had her. Okay, let me see NWL. Hold on, let me see. I'm missing comments. Can you see? Not see my comment? Well, I'm sorry. Okay, you said you know what they say about us white men, and you ain't never answered that question. But to be fair, Asian men is more complex. What you mean by that, Mar? Can you not see my post? Do you like a guy with a beard? I'm reading everything, y'all, so I'm sorry if I like a frog with beard drugs. Marv, where you from? Cause honey, I'm lost. And what do FTW? I told you I'm 39. Some of these acronyms and stuff that y'all using, I'm too old for all that. Okay, like if I gotta Google, I don't know what you mean. Make stuff plain for me, okay? And beer. I'm Marv, and I'm a Ferguson. It's normal to have a beard. Okay, Rico King. I'm 3 years older than her. Okay. What's more? Okay. What's more matter, humor or beauty? That's for us.
He said, and I said, once you go white, you won't say goodnight.
Oh, I don't know about that because I be in bed by 8 o'clock.
Yeah, hello, somebody.
That's why I'm sitting up here drinking my coffee. I got my collagen in here though, but hi. Oh, okay. Mm-mm.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's that glow. Look at Eve. Look at Eve. Eve ain't never looked better. She was never an ugly woman.
Girl, when you say Eve, I'm thinking you talking about in Genesis in the Bible. Okay, I'm with you
Girl,
now. You talking
listen.
about Eve the rapper.
Listen. Think about it.
What you mean think about it? You think about it.
Listen. I got 1 foot. Listen. I might have to.
Listen,
At this
okay.
point, I don't know, friend.
See, and that's
Listen.
the other thing too. Half the people that be coming on here, you can't even see them. So, have you ever dated someone outside of your race? NWL. Frog is also a synonym for man. Okay, she's a frog eater. So a man eater is what you saying. My good sis is.
Child, please. I wish. I know some. I know some.
Yo, we've been on this live for 15 minutes.
It don't seem like it's been that
It
long.
don't seem. That's what I'm saying. It's always going to be a vibe. So if you have not hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button because I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all I'm on my way to a basketball game,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta get going. Yes, my daughter is half black and white with. Okay, and how long y'all been broken up?
See,
Okay.
13 years is a long time.
This is a podcast. Amen. I
Listen,
thought I thought about it.
me too.
I thought about it.
Cause I was asking my brother, like, should I buy a camera? Should I buy a mic? Like, what should I like? I got the name picked out. I got topics.
Yeah.
I just
And see, I like this. Like, even if I were to do a podcast, I would do it just like this. Now, I would want to bring people on, like
yeah.
Rico King. I don't know why you didn't want to go live with us because I would have loved to have you on here. And it's Friday, so I might be able to extend my bedtime when I get from the game. I don't know how long yet.
Listen.
I basically what I'm saying is I'll be back on here when I get
4
home.
years. Oh, 4 years.
That's how long I've been single.
Listen.
Now, what are some things that what are some ways that you feel as though you have grown since that relationship? Like, what are some things that you felt like were great takeaways from that relationship or something that you think will help you going forward? Because a lot of times men don't be wanting to give us credit. You didn't even know how to wash your clothes when you was with Susanna. And now you know how to get this fragrance to be all throughout the house. You see what I'm saying? So, like,
Mhm.
oh my gosh, now I gotta get off of here. Don't have me on this live crying. I'm so
Ooh.
sorry. Oh my
God. I am so sorry. I ain't gonna hold you, friend. That just threw me off.
gosh. Yeah, that's mm, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Same.
My
Same.
condolences for your loss. And I hope that you have a great support system because it's not easy raising kids when you are in a relationship and when you're not. And that just is a reminder to love people while they are here, make them
Mhm.
memories and things like that while they are here because none of us know what's going to happen 5 minutes from now or an hour from now or anything like that. What time are you coming back? That I don't know. Like I'm actually going to my daughter's friend's house and we're going to be leaving from there. So I actually need to be making my way there right now.
Mhm.
And this is why like I love the live and all that because it'd be hard for me to get off of here. But this is what I be doing. But yeah, NWO, I'm so sorry to hear about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I learned so much from her and her family. They thought skin color don't matter, and it's
Mhm.
amen. And that's how I am.
Yeah.
Like somebody
Same.
got on here and was like, "Oh, I'm Muslim," and I love you too. I love everybody because that's
Mhm.
how we are taught to be. That's
Because
how I was
God
taught to
loved
be.
everybody. Or he
Absolutely,
loved everybody.
absolutely. Okay, y'all, I gotta get off of here because I'm not driving. So that's the only thing I'm not able to answer. But if you have subscribed to this channel, hopefully you will get the notification if I go live when I get home, and I will try to do that. All my videos, unless I don't have a topic or something, like if I'm just getting on here busting it up with y'all, I sometimes don't save those videos, but I do try to save them because a lot of people will miss it and they say, "Oh, I didn't catch it alive. What was y'all talking about?" Selena told me all the time. She said, "Girl, I'm up here in these people' business or whatever." So I do try to save my live. They never looked at me as a white guy, but as a human, and I love that for you because for real, like
because it's true.
most black people that I know, like my brother and sister, they're mixed. Their mom was white. We are so welcoming and willing to take in anybody. So I'm glad that you had that experience. I still have my eyes on you, but who's talking to, Rico? Selena.
No.
All right, so I gotta go. Selena, I'm gonna text you later to see if you're available.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
And,
here.
and
Now I hope they come back.
right. I hope y'all come back too because hopefully we can get somebody on there. Rico, if you ain't doing nothing, if I'm able to, because I'm new to this, okay? If I'm able to get you on here, I'd rather have that quick response time because sometimes texting or replying, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
Do that.
So yeah, but I think that to have like a guy to bring a guy up here, it don't even
Yeah.
got to be Rico. Rico ain't ready. If he ain't got their beard lined up and all that, it could be anybody. But I would love to have a man's perspective to go live with when I get back on here later.
Yeah, let me know. I'll be here.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope y'all have a safe night. I will see y'all in a little bit. And thank
Yes,
y'all for
enjoy.
participating. Thank you. All right, y'all. Bye.
Bye.